When it comes to goals, it's not just about choosing and setting them. It's about creating a solid plan that actually works. In this video, I'll share a 3-step method to set goals that stick, how to align your personal and business priorities without burnout, and simple tools to stay on track and crush your 2025 goals. Get ready to lose that overwhelm, get focused, and design your best year. Let's dive in. But before we start, it's important to review and reflect on 2024. Figure out what worked, what didn't, and where you learned the most lessons. Understanding last year's successes and challenges will help us to get clear on our strategy for this coming year. And let's address the elephant in the room, why goal setting rarely works. Most people set vague goals like I want to be successful or I want to grow my business without defining what that actually means. Goals need to be specific, measurable, and actionable. Otherwise, it's impossible to know if you're making progress. Without clarity, it's going to be easy to lose your focus and your momentum. So, 1, lack of clear, specific goals. 2, no plan or system for execution. Setting a goal is the easy part. The challenge is breaking it into manageable steps and consistently taking action on it. Many people fail because they don't create a realistic plan. They're beginners. They've never run a day in their life. And January 1st, I'm going to do a 5K. They buy some new sneakers, maybe a new sports bra, and they hit the road trying to run the entire distance. They have not created a realistic plan to work up to that 5K distance. Without structure, goals become overwhelming, like running too hard for your ability or forgotten in the day-to-day chaos. It starts well with your diet. You've gone 3 days, you're only eating 1 time a day, and it's working out because you stay busy. And then the one day, Thursday, you've got something, and next thing you know, you're binging. Not having that structure, your goals are going to become overwhelming and leads to the place where we all just drop off, forget it, I'm just moving on. So, number 1, now that we've reviewed the past year and we know what to watch out for when we're creating the goals, here's the first step. Define clear goals. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to grow my business or I want to release 20 pounds, say, I want to gain 10 clients by June 25th. Clarity is your superpower here. Write down your goals and make them measurable. Break down the goals. When we start to break down the goals into milestones, setting a goal for a year, that's a long amount of time. We give ourselves too much time. Break it down into quarters and then months and then weeks. And it's easier to track it with milestones and be able to look at, okay, this quarter I said I was going to do this, and I achieved that with this one, but not with this one. Same thing with monthly. Going from quarterly goals and then set what you need to accomplish monthly and then set what you need to accomplish weekly. And from there, you can figure out what you need to be working on every single day. But breaking it down in this process makes it a less overwhelming, and you can easily see, okay, what's going to move me forward and what's just busy work. The next thing, create an action plan. Prioritize and plan. When you have a lot of goals and they're both on the personal and business side, you have to ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do each week to move closer to this for each one of these, both sides? And then you schedule it. Start building a master to-do list and look at what tasks are actually required to move closer to the goals. A lot of time we have this full list and we have this full calendar, but when we look deeper, it's really not as many things on that list that are going to actually move you towards your goals. You may have this calendar filled and you really only need to do two things on the personal side: your morning workout and meal plan maybe on the weekend. And on the business side, you may have lots of tasks, but what are the tasks that are going to move your business forward? Marketing and sales. When you take all those things off the table, it becomes a lot clearer to use just to focus your energy just on the things that will move you towards your goals. And then schedule it, block time on your calendar, color code, whatever it is you do to make sure you set time. Committing time to the important things is key. Goals are built on habits and systems. If you have a goal to release 20 pounds, your habits may change to include eating less meals per day or adjusting the meals to reduce the carbs and calories. If your goal is to increase your revenue, your system might be to set up and implement a marketing system. By focusing on the systems used to move you toward these goals, you keep the control in your hands, and energy is focused on strategy to plan and execute rather than waiting for something to happen. So many times I've had clients that, oh, I'm stressing myself out thinking about I need to, make 10K a month and I'm only up to 2K. And well, what activities have you done to work toward that goal? I don't know. Yeah, you can control the activities a lot more. So focus on those activities or that process or system that you've created to get you closer to that goal. It's less stressful and the control stays in your hands. And the final one is build accountability and consistency. Share your goals with someone who will check in with you, like an accountability partner, or join a community where you can get support and feedback. In our community, the Reinventor Collective, our group consists of like-minded women sharing resources, holding each other accountable, and offering that support as we navigate to create our next chapters together. If this sounds like that might be something interesting to you, the link is in the description box. We've talked about setting your vision and your goal, creating an action plan, and building accountability and consistency. Now we've got a few tools and resources to make planning easier. Tools like these help streamline your processes and reduce any overwhelm. For goal setting, you can use tools like a paper or digital planners. I live in a paper planner and I use my Google Calendar as well. But we can go back as far as going old school and just use a simple notebook. Whichever tool you use the most is the tool that will be the best for you. Google Calendar from time blocking or ClickUp to map out tasks with deadlines. Remember, we want to follow up and give ourselves deadlines so that we can stay on task with moving toward the goals. Time blocking is a great way to give yourself more time and stay on track. Using apps like Habit Tracker to log your daily progress. Maybe you want to count how many workouts you do, or are you drinking enough water, getting enough sleep. And again, communities like ours, Reinventor Collective, for accountability and feedback and motivation. Whatever works for you, do you have a person? Do you have another person that can be your accountability buddy? Accountability is one of the number one ways that people are successful with setting goals. They have a plan, they implement the plan, and they have accountability. If you want a step-by-step process for creating your action plan for 2025, join us on Monday, December 2nd for this workshop. The link to register is in the description box. See you soon.